Emily Dunn, Where's the Buzz TV. Hi, Emily and Jamie. I'm so excited to talk to you guys today about this film.
Thank you. How are
Hi,
you?
hi, how are you doing?
Um,
Thank
you're welcome. Wild Mountain Thyme, a beautiful and quirky romantic drama set in rural Ireland against a picturesque background and a little bit of rain. You both capture and bring to life the essence of both Rosemary and Anthony so beautifully. And Emily, fans are super thrilled to see you back on screen after two of your highly anticipated films were pushed back due to COVID. Emily, when you read the script, what were your initial thoughts as to how you would bring Rosemary to life, accent and all?
I mean, for me, I was so enchanted by the script. It was completely bewitching and so unique, poetic. And I fell in love with these weird farmers, who were just they've been driven a bit mad by living in isolation and loneliness. And I just really responded to the humanity of this as a love story. It just wasn't this. They're not the people who always have the right thing to say or are quick with a witty response or are terribly front-footed. I think there's such awkwardness and oddity about them that I really fell in love with. I thought it was so charming, just so charming. And for me, she was such a mystery to me when I first read it, and that's always what I look for. I don't want to know how to crack the case on playing someone immediately. I want to be a bit scared to play them, and certainly, taking on an accent as well is an added sort of something quite enticing for me, because I think you're always looking to shapeshift in some way and keep changing it up. So I was a bit, sort of confused as to how to play her at first, and then ultimately she just revealed herself to me over time.
You both have this undeniable chemistry on screen. I love you two. I love watching you two.
Thank
You were offered this role over the phone by director John Patrick. Is that right?
Yeah, I'd been sent it. Very fortunate if you ever, get straight offers, and lucky to get that sometimes. And I did. It was so subject to a chat with John Patrick Shanley, which I thought would be like an hour long. He spoke to me for about 7 minutes and basically said, like, I want you to do the movie. Are you up for it? And I was like, yeah. But then it was a year before we Emily came along and we ended up making it.
Was this a welcome pivot for you, given the characters very different from what fans are used to seeing you, this character are used to seeing you play? Was it a welcome change for you, this role?
Yeah, definitely. And you're not sort of, actively out there trying to, I don't feel like I'm trying to like shatter any illusion of what people may have of me or anything like that. But, I think one of the greatest joys of being an actor is that there's so many different worlds that you can enter and so many different characters you can create. And that's what why do it if you're not up for exploring all those different aspects. And I'd be so bored if I was playing the same kind of character movie after movie after movie. So yeah, Anthony represented this like very sort of part of me that I probably can recognize a little bit of myself that don't get to show off very often in my work. So that was fun. I knew it would be like a fun ride to go to go on this journey with Anthony, and I loved every second of it. Yeah, definitely. And you're not sort of, actively out there trying to, I don't feel like I'm trying to like shatter any illusion of what people may have of me or anything like that. But, I think one of the greatest joys of being an actor is that there's so many different worlds that you can enter and so many different characters you can create. And that's what why do it if you're not up for exploring all those different aspects. And I'd be so bored if I was playing the same kind of character movie after movie after movie. So yeah, Anthony represented this like very sort of part of me that I probably can recognize a little bit of myself that don't get to show off very often in my work. So that was fun. I knew it would be like a fun ride to go to go on this journey with Anthony, and I loved every second of it.
And your wife composed the music so beautifully. My other favorite part of the film. Thank you both so much. Congratulations on everything and happy holidays.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you
thanks
so
for
much,
saying,
too.
Ashley. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Ashley.
Bye
We'll
bye.
be
Hi, you guys. I'm Ashley Dunn with Where's the Buzz TV. How are you?
Just
Hey,
fine, thank you.
Ashley.
How are you?
Good. I'm so thrilled to talk to two of the Johns, my favorite Johns, Jon Hamm, Patrick Shanley. How are you guys?
Wonderful.
Jon, I'll start with you. This film is an adaptation of your 2014 Broadway play, Outside Mullingar. It took 2 years and $5.5 million to make this movie. Due to COVID restrictions and lockdowns, many people will watch this film from the comfort of their homes. And it was initially set to be released in theaters. I have to ask you, do you feel like the film's message will transcend whether it's watched on the big screen or whether it's watched at home on computers, cell phones, or TV?
Well, I think that first of all, actually, it is showing in about 400 theaters around the country, just nowhere near you or me. But it's. I think that I don't know about you, but I have major cabin fever, and to be able to experience a movie that takes me somewhere very different than where I currently am, that's very beautiful, it is exactly what I want to do. So I'm kind of excited that it's the holidays and that this is an uplifting film and that it's set in a place that I personally find so beautiful and that I love so much.
Yes. And Jon Hamm, you played the confident, self-assured American cousin Adam. I love your character, who wants to buy the farm. There's this scene in which you pull up to the farm in the Rolls Royce, and I'm like, wait a minute. And then Rosemary asks, what is this for? And you say, for show. What does your character represent in this film?
Well, I've said it before, but I think in less capable hands, the character could very easily be the sort of stereotypical ugly American. But what Jon has done so well and balanced so nicely is that he's brought to this character who didn't exist in the play, or we didn't see him in the play. He was spoken of, but he's brought a real inner life and a real backstory and a real place to go. And so instead of just being the ugly American, instead of just being this kind of stereotype, he's actually less of an antagonist and more of a catalyst for these two people to kind of find their happiness. And in doing so, he finds his own happiness, but not at their expense. So I think that lends itself thematically to what the whole movie is about, which is basically this fable about love and leaning into what could possibly be the best decision you've ever made, even though it might be a little terrifying.
Definitely. Jon Patrick, the alluring, unassuming romanticism depicted in this film was quite refreshing to me. At first, I didn't know what I was going to get, but then after I'm done with the film, I'm like, wow, I needed that. That's something that I needed. Why do you think this film will connect with viewers?
Well, I mean, I'm writing about the human comedy. I'm writing about what it is to be human, to want things that are missing from your life, to be afraid to go out and get them. This guy has something that he feels that if he told anybody, he could not be loved. And we all have something like that going on, all of us. Some of us manage to reveal it to a person, and some of us don't. And that's a tragedy. And it's the work of Emily Blunt's character in this film to get him to trust her enough to tell him whatever it is that makes him feel that no one can love him.
It's beautiful. You did it so beautifully. Jon Hamm, Jon Patrick, thank you both. I wish you all a very happy holidays. Thank you for talking to us today.
Thank you.
You too, Ashley. Thanks for having us.
Bye-bye.
Where is the buzz?
Oh,
Where is the buzz? You said
We used to be the
was
same,
mine,
Oh,
oh,